Hello and welcome to the show. As usual, we'll start with Bitcoin, and we've got this very pretty pattern as we come down from the D to the E. If I just make that a bit more obvious for you guys. So this orange track, which is the corrective we're on, we've had our D, and we're now heading down for an E, which in our opinion will be either 32 or slightly below. So targeting sort of 28 to 32 for that. And it did bounce off the big fat resistance, as we said all along. It bounced off the smaller one when we said that. It bounced off the big one, so keep believing. What you have got though, if you take a look at, so weekly stochastic, which is down here for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, has turned and is on the way down. But if you look at the daily, then it's kind of oversold and has gone a little better. So there is a chance it may go higher. But actually my feeling for this is very slightly different. So, you know, you've got the daily going up, but I'm looking at this kind of situation here. Oh, stop it. And I'm saying to myself, this is starting to look very much like a consolidation to me. So I'm feeling this as a consolidation. And we may vibrate in this kind of range for a while. Now, you can watch as it goes along, and it might prove that you might be able to see a Wyckoff in there somewhere. I'm certainly watching out for the signs of it. Yeah, a seller's climax down here somewhere, and this could be the automatic reaction. And we are seeing to go down again to test the bottom. So I'm watching this in case we start consolidating here, in which case we would expect it to range in this kind of area before deciding to go fully up or fully down. Obviously, we believe, thanks to you know, what we think about the Elliott situation, it will go down, not up, but it hasn't really mitigated this big area. On the way down through this, from down here, we went clean through this big area at sort of 44.8, sorry, on the way down. I'm just feeling, you know, will we have a little look up first before another drop? Personally, I think my hunch is that we're going to stay and consolidate in this area, and I'll be looking for a redistribution pattern. And you know, if I don't see one, then meh. But if I do see one, then I'll feel more confident about saying it's going to go down from here, not up. So okay, so that is kind of where we are in the BTC picture. Let's switch. Let's see if we can put the MP blocks private indicator on so you can actually see the way things are working. So this fat resistance down here, because there's many layered resistance there that the indicator shows you, and we've only really just bounced off it, so I would expect to go deeper into it at some stage in this next consolidation, be it consolidation or who knows. I would expect it to go deeper in the next time. It's only really just grazed the outside of it. So it came up to this one here, which we've seen. So this one here was predicted back here, and if initial bounce was to that level there, and then it's come back up to this one here and bounced clean off it. So it's quite a useful indicator, as you can see, when we give that out free to people who pay for a subscription. Let's have a look at it in action in something else. Let's have a look at our old favourite, Aussie USD. So as you can see, it's also been quite useful. This green thing here, it didn't quite reach it before collapsing, and you can tell where it's got this as a target. I actually think this target's a tiny bit lower, because the indicator is telling me, you know, it's bounced off there, boom, like that, straight off the middle of it. So it looks to me like the one I've drawn manually could easily be adjusted upwards, because that one does seem to be sensitive. As you can see, it's quite handy. You can use it on all time frames. So look at some sort of 15-minute stuff. See if you get anywhere with that. So yeah, it's come and retried that level, and then it's retried this level 3 times recently. So it's kind of useful. Are there any more? I haven't looked. Let's just see if there's any comments and stuff. Nobody's commenting. If you want me to talk about anything at all, then now's the time, because There's not really very much going on. I would say that over the weekend though, I'll be watching this Bitcoin price because we've got a 4-day weekend for Easter, certainly in the UK, and Easter is a reasonably big festival across the whole world, and I don't think people really want to take positions into their holiday, and so if it does start to look weak, then I'd be thinking in terms of this could accelerate over the holiday, because people just think, oh, this is going to ruin my holiday, I'm worried, I'm stressed, and I just think if it starts to look down towards the bottom of this, you know, if it gets below basically halfway, then I would expect it to go all the way to the bottom of this. So if at some stage there, if this continues and we end up going down here, I would expect to hit this area. And then there'll be a bit of a test, won't there? Because it could break straight through. It's quite a thick resistance though. Okay, but you know, I'm seeing the sort of, you kind of have to use your mind and say to yourself, right, how are traders feeling? You know, retail traders going into Good Friday. I mean, I know that Bitcoin is also traded by a load of people who don't particularly celebrate Easter, but a lot of countries will have, you know, long weekends and so forth. And it's at times like that when you just think, oh, I don't need this hanging over me for 4 days. I'll just get out of some of my exposure. And what happens then is that the next person gets out of theirs. The price gets weaker and weaker, and it causes more and more people to think, I don't want a miserable weekend. So that's kind of it. There's no other questions. I've been on stream for 6-7 minutes, and that seems to be it. We can have a look at Euro USD, I guess. Not very behaviour, Euro USD. This one worked. Came from here. Pretty useful. Okay, I'll sign off then, as there's no questions. Take it easy, everybody. Have a great weekend. I won't be streaming tomorrow. Take it easy.